Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Story. As you can see, I've freshly loaded into the world here and we just got back from our expedition we just got back from tearing up a farm, but also from our expedition to the copper mines. And when we left off last time, there's a few things on the agenda that I wanted to take care of today. The first is this basement. So the basement itself is fine. Like, this is fine. I think this is all the room we need. We don't really need to do too much here. Oh, I should make these pies, shouldn't I? And I should get these sealed up as well. I don't know if I really want to spend beeswax on that. But I think I'm going to have to. So let's go grab some beeswax here. And I need water. I have a bucket in a chest somewhere. I don't know what chest I put it in. Here it is. Bucket with water. And use that to make dough. So let's head down here. And I was going to say, okay. Get this filled up. Let's grab our dough from here. Some rye flour. Ooh. Make 10 dough out of that. And I'm just going to make these pies, guys. And I will see you all when it's time to work on actually adjusting the basement. And what we're looking to do is make it accessible from the house itself. And I may make a way up and down through one of these side roofs here. Side rooms. I haven't really decided just yet. So we may end up building the house additions first, but either way, when it's time to build the house additions or when it's time to work on the basement, I will let you know. But in the meantime, I'm going to throw this stuff away. That sounds smart. And then go bake those pies. Okay, so we're just about done with the pie making here. And you can see we have a lot of pie. And so we're going to work on going through this stuff here. We are going to finish this plate here, this bowl, but I did seal up the crock that we were working with. That was a complete accident, but I did seal it up. So we're going to hold off on that for now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to work through our pies, and then this winter we'll work through the stored food as well. And we can make vegetable stew and vegetable pies as needed as we get into the spring. I'm no longer that concerned about food, which is good. We're in a pretty good place with that. As you can see, we did not eat all the berries or use all the berries, so I'm just going to use these as my food for the meantime. Follow that up with the bowl, and then of course follow that up with the pies. Let's see what we've got here for pie stacks. 21 days, 21 days. I think we'll probably start the small stack of cranberry pies. And I'm just going to cut that in half. We'll carry 8 of them on us for now. And I think that definitely will last us 5 days. So anyway, with that being said, let's head out here and take a look at the house in the basement. The more I think about it, the more I do want to take a look at adding the wings onto the house first before we really mess with the basement, because I'd like the basement to run the whole length of the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I don't think we have an empty chest actually. We have an empty trunk. I guess that'll do. I'm going to take a trunk and set up a project chest, and I'll see you guys when it's time to get building. Okay, so I think we're just about ready to begin. You can see I've got a ton of cobblestone, I've got some stone bricks, rock apparently I threw in there, but the slabs are what I meant. Then I've got some roofing here, and of course wood for our floors. I'm going to throw the saw in here just to help with tearing this wood down if we need to. And I'm thinking what we can do as a first step is get this path all torn away. because we're going to be building the house over the path, especially on this side here. So I'm thinking that we should just get this all pulled up, and we could replace it with just some medium fertility soil. So step one, let's get this path torn up, and I will see you guys when that is all done. As it turns out, we no longer have enough soil to clear up all the path, short just a little bit. So I think we're just going to pull some soil off the top of... Oh, hey, our charcoal pit. I'm going to be honest, I forgot we even had a charcoal pit. Is there charcoal in here? Hey, there is charcoal in here too. Would you look at that? Well, that's good to know. And we got this oak tree here. We're definitely short on oak wood. I should have planted more saplings this run around. But we'll have to keep that in mind for next time. And so these will mature in November. I don't know if trees grow in the winter or not. I'm leaning towards probably not, but I'm not quite sure on that. Alright, well with that being said, let's work on the house. We're gonna... Oh, how could I forget? I need birch. Let's go look at some birch. Oh, birch, where art thou? Nowhere to be found. Okay, well, that's fine. And the reasons that's fine is that I've got birch trees over here that I want to get rid of, but I also want to clear up the birch trees around that trader there. So, I'm going to go chop down some birch trees here, and I will see you guys back at the house. Okay, I think this should do it for now. I definitely still want to clear more at some point, but right now I think we're okay. How are you doing over here, bees? You're doing good, chugging right along. I guess we'll start over on this side, no reason not to. And I want to start with the bricks and the cobblestone, and I am going to want some planks as well, so I guess we'll get that all squared away. Okay, we'll get half a stack, or a full stack, And, okay. And get you situated here. You. Okay, let's see how we want this to go. I want to go in at least a little bit. I don't know if I wanted to go in one. I probably want to go in two. I'll leave this little 3 area, that's fine. 2, 3, 4. Oh, oh. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then if I end this here, that gives me this little like 3x3 room. Not really a lot to do. I could always pull it out 4, 5, and then even go 6, with the 7th block being in. And then I've got a real, like, wing. And I think I'll do that. Let's get you all placed down here. You facing the wrong direction. And like I said last episode, I do think at the end of the day I prefer using planks over slabs, especially where I want to have a basement to this area. But it is most definitely less resource efficient. Okay, now we can go up. I'm going to go up the same height. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And I'm not going to tear this wall down, but I am going to tear this cobblestone down. And here, I'd like to do wood in the doorway. Okay. Now let's see what our windows will look like if I do it like this. Okay, that's fine. And then just a single window here on the side. I'm going to have this wall be windowless. And the reason is at some point I'd like to do chimney work on the sides of this building. So we're going to close it up like that. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's use some of this packed dirt to get up there with our roofing blocks. And our slabs as well. I'm going to want those on us now. Okay. So let's get up here. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1. And grab these slabs. And you go here, 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 and there. Wonderful. Okay. Let's take our slate roof. Get you placed down. And I'll just continue right along here. And this should line up perfectly with our previous roofing. Oh, you don't go like that. Kind of go like this. And I do know... Okay, well, this is clearly not working. So let's place it like this. There we go. And I do think I want to create a chiseled ceiling in here. But that's neither here nor there right now. Also potentially easier said than done, where I'm not rocking the mod for it. Okay. There we go. So I think we have this first little wing on the house put up. And I think it already is making the house look a heck of a lot nicer. Let's run in here. Just grab some of these bits that fell down. Although I do like the high ceiling in here. But it's not considered, well, none of this is considered a room anymore, but we can rectify that. Let's go in here and just grab a little bit more cobblestone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. No. Because the 7th block is in, so I want you to be where the wood goes. Okay. And we'll go in again. 1, 2, 3. Go here. And I did make a bunch of extra bricks, and that's okay. Because we are going to redo the basement with conglomerate bricks to match kind of this bottom trim of the house. And we may do some paradite down there as well. Long term. I want to see how these two stones interact and see if I can bring them together into this build. That's something I'd like to do. Now we are going to end up knocking the ladder out, or at least getting in the way of the ladder, but that's okay. For now, we'll have to figure out a better solution for getting up to the 2nd story, because it is not going to be through the central doorway area. Okay, so now let's go up by 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And go. Oop. Get this all placed in here. Wonderful. Placed in right up here. And then fill this wall in completely. Okay, now let's go outside with some packed dirt. And let's get this squared away with our slabs. And the slabs only face one way, so I don't have to worry about making sure they're oriented correctly. unlike with these guys, where I most definitely need to make sure they're orienting correctly. And it does look like we're going to need some more glass. But I think what I can do is I think I can use my saw and I can cut the glass into glass slabs. I think that will work for us instead of just cutting up more glass. So let's look at doing that here in a second so that I can get windows in. And then I am going to need more lanterns. And I would like to do that out of straight copper instead of bronze. You go here. And last one's always a bit difficult, for me at least. And there we go. For all intents and purposes, we have completed, let's take a look at it, the house. At least for right now. Like I said, there's some work I'd like to do. I'd like to put some chimneys on the side. I want to mess around with some paradewite to break up this monotony of just the conglomerate color scheme. And I do think there's just some general detailing work we can do. I'd like to do some work really around the windows and the door frame and so on, but that level of detail is work that I'm really looking to see us do perhaps this winter. That's not something I'm overly concerned with. I am a little preoccupied with the idea of getting these windows in though, and I think we should get some doors. I want to see if we can retain the status of having a closed off room. So I should have some doors here. Some solid doors. And then I should have more glass in the dump chest here. Okay, let's combine that with our glass here. What's the best tool to break glass with? Is it a pickaxe? I'm just glad we can break glass in this game. And I wonder what the frame is around the glass. Just an interesting texture question, I suppose. Okay. How do I make you into a slab? It's to the side. Wrong button. Really? Oh, I have it wrong again. Now let's get you movable. There we go. 24 slabs. We'll get these placed like so. Get back here, thank you. And for the doors, I think I'll have the doors be flush with the walls here. I personally prefer having the doors indented. That is a detailing, one of the only detailing tricks I know from Minecraft. And so it just seems natural to bring it into this game as well. It looks like I only needed half of my glass turned into slabs, but that's okay. Well, that was terrible. We're definitely going to need light in these auxiliary rooms as well. They're going to need their own lanterns. Probably put a lantern up there or something along those lines. And I'm definitely going to need to do something with wood, I think, to create a ceiling here, a better ceiling. But let's see if you count as a room. I don't know if glass slabs count or don't count towards this. Oh, I have no glass slabs here. Yeah, that would do it. And... okay. I think we're all blocked off, and yes, you count as a room still. Awesome. Let me just get rid of this overlay. It's bothering me. And as we approach, it's kind of getting dark. We have our house. One thing that we can do lantern-wise to try to light this up a little bit is I can pull the lantern I have from the basement down here. This one here. Maybe I shouldn't do that. That didn't go very well. I was just going to say, just because I have this torch here, but the room's big enough where I really do need the 2 light sources. Do I actually have the quartz to pull off more lanterns, or do I need to go quartz mining? Oh, that's right, I have no quartz. I have no quartz at all. I just turned my glass into slabs, so I have no glass. Okay, so we're gonna need to go mining for quartz. See if I can just grab some. I think there's gotta be a cave right around here. It's just a ton on the ground there. But I could have sworn that there's a cave somewhere right around here that had ample amounts of quartz in it. Ooh, my apologies on my chair. We'll have to start a little quartz mine at some point. All right. With that being said, let's take a look at the basement. I'm gonna grab some ladders. Or you know what I should do? I should look at replacing the floor in the main room, but I do also still want to grab ladders. Okay. And one of the reasons I want to replace the floor is I just don't like the idea of slabs just hanging. Really is just a me thing. I just do not like that idea. Clear our furniture here. We're going to turn one of these rooms into a bedroom. That's going to be the purpose of one of these rooms. The other room, I have no idea what we're going to do with it. But we're at the very least going to have a bedroom. Alright, let's get all these slabs cut up. And you can see here that we're going to come right into where the basement should be going. And the other reason I want to do this is going to give us an idea of where the basement currently stands, and I think just help us be a bit more informed about what we need to do, how we need to do it, etc. So I'm going to do this, guys, and I will be right back. Okay, so just as we take a look at the shape of the basement, you can see it's still built to the shape of the old house. Just run down here and run back through. And I'm just going to very quickly block this section off here, just so that no drifters get in through there. You can see we got medium rift activity going here. You can see it's still built to the shape of the old house, which means we have about 2-3 blocks we need to pull it back this way. We got to pull it back a block or 2 this way. And all in all, we're just going to have to pull it back for all intents and purposes. I think for that, we are going to have to end up, unfortunately, breaking the basement and breaking its functionality as a basement. I also know for a fact I have nowhere near the amount of brick that I'm going to need to pull this off right now. And I don't know if I even have enough stones to turn into bricks to pull this off. I also think that we should start off with our auxiliary basements here. Just like we have auxiliary rooms, I do want to have auxiliary basements, and we may even build a basement that goes down a level or 2, just so that we can move storage and so on into our house. A smithy, I think I want to build externally, but storage, I certainly think we could look at building in as part of the house here. Okay. And there is our floor. We've replaced it completely with planks. We've got medium rift activity, unfortunately, so we can't really work on the basement. I may end up sleeping, if we're being entirely honest. Let's just get you placed back here. Just use this as a bedroom for now. We can put a table here with like a planter and then do a lamp and maybe move that painting in here or something like that. I think we can do that. Have this be the bedroom area. So why don't we sleep through the night? I'm gonna eat these berries first, and then I'm gonna sleep through the night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, so we did unfortunately wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I should have expected that. And it's still dark out, and it's still medium rift activity, so, well, that didn't really work now, did it? One thing I think we can do in the meantime is run our way over here, back towards this building, and away from those guys. And I don't have my knife on me, but let's take a look at our pelts, and you can see that they are full pelts now. So we can make our winter clothing. Let's just clean up our inventory a little bit. Just do some dumping. You go in here. I got a lot of wood stuff going on, so let's dump my wood stuff in here. Very good. And then my path blocks can go in with my dirt blocks. Very good. And you go in my, I don't know what goes in here, chest. Very good indeed. So let's grab our knife. And let's grab our pelts. And let's make our winter gear. So I want you. I want the handbook. I want to know how to make the fur coat. And I should just have to take a knife and this. And that will give me a fur coat. Very good. Now, let's look at the other fur boots and fur gloves. Make sure I'm getting the right ones. Fur gloves, okay. That's just a large pelt to the right. Okay, very good. And finally, our fur boots is a large pelt up. Alright, why don't we try our clothing on? Look at that. We are pantless, so we want my pants. And I suppose we want this shirt too still. But you can see that we have fur clothing. And one thing I saw is that in 1.19 they're nerfing the fur coat, fur boots, and fur gloves. And they're doing that so that you have to repair your shirts and so on. And we actually haven't gone into how we repair those things, and quite frankly, I just never have. I don't know if I use fibers or if I have to use actual, I think I have to use twine, and all I do is right click, I believe. Nope, left click. And that moves it up. So we may as well repair our clothing here. Does it use 2 each? No, I just had to click it a lot. And just repair our clothing a little bit. We're using those fibers for other things, but I guess that's good for the sake of demonstration. And certainly we'll have to get a really good flax harvest going. Is it daytime yet? It's just about. I am going to take these clothes off. We're going to put these clothes back on, and I'm just going to store this in this chest here for now, because I'm going to wait until we start shivering to actually use this. Now I'm going to run and despawn these guys. Yeah. We'll just run over this way. You can see that frost on the ground. I think our house is looking pretty good from over here, if I do say so myself. I think the wings really make a nice addition to it. I really think they do. Alright. Well, let's look at digging out the auxiliary basements. So for that, I'm just going to get down in here and tear up this floor. And I want to follow this until I hit the birch. There we go. Follow you till I hit the birch. Oh, don't think I meant to go that far, but that's okay. And I want to pull the foundation out from under this house. So let's do that on this side. Great. Now how far down do I need this to go? Our basement, I like the level our basement's on because I can't have a wooden roof to the basement. It's got to be some level of dirt or stone. And so for that reason, I do want to bring it down to this level. So I am going to dig that out as well. Good, and this is refilling our dirt supply, which will be very nice. I can't believe I used all the flax fiber on repairing my clothing. The nerf has not gone into effect. I did not need to do that. Oh well. We'll get plenty of flax this next season. We should build greenhouses over the winter, that would be good. Okay. So now I can start building the basement here. Looks like I do need to dig this wall. Oh. I'm gonna break into the basement if I do that, so we're not gonna do that just yet. I do know I need to dig back here a little bit. Okay, let's dig back this way. I believe we're safe to dig back this way. Okay. I don't have torches on me, so this may be dark on your end. That's another thing that they are looking at adding to 1.19 is a brightness meter. Specifically, they mentioned to help YouTubers with making videos, which I would not be opposed to, because it is dark. I can't see a thing, and if I can't see a thing, you sure can't see a thing. I just don't know what I did with my torches. I put them in here. Alright, let's go back over in here. And okay, you go out like this. And you go out like this. Alright, let me just dig this out and I will be right back. Okay, so this is dug out. And there's a few areas that need a little work. But one thing I want to do is I want to work on getting the floor put in. And so in order to do that, well, this whole area is going to have to get dug out and replaced with some packed dirt, which is fine. But I think it makes sense to get the walls put in as well. So let's look at putting the walls in. We're going to need our conglomerate stone bricks. We're going to need a heck of a lot more than what we have now, to say the least. Heck of a lot more. And I also want to get my hands on what I have for the birch, because I do think I want to bring the birch down into the basement. We may even need to go grab some more birch trees. So let me grab some more birch trees, maybe get a stack and a half's worth, so that we got a couple stacks of birch. And I will be right back. Okay, so I've got the wood in hand, and what I want to do is I want to bring down the wood here, just so that we actually have something filling in these corners. I think it's a nice touch, and I think it's fine to allow it to continue to be the wood, especially where the stone brick is going to be such a hot commodity for us. So let's just bring the wood in each corner. 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we can start looking at the stone brick and just bringing this down. Or let's look at making this a completed room. The best of our ability, that is. And you may be saying to yourself, wow, you know, we're wasting a lot of resources here. And we are. I won't deny that. It definitely feels like we're wasting resources. You know, for example, I put stone bricks along the top here, where I'm just going to be placing some packed dirt, right? So it definitely feels like we're wasting some resources in that capacity. But that's just the way I feel like doing things, and so that's the way that we're going to have them be done, at least for right now. And then I'll tear up the floor to this area here, and then we can have one completed sub-room in the basement. Well, I don't have enough stone bricks for it, but we can nearly have one completed sub-room in the basement. And the reason I want this is because I want to take everything that's in the basement and put it in another basement so that I can completely tear up the existing basement without losing anything. So I want to turn this into a little auxiliary basement that we can use in the meantime while we are doing big basement construction work over here. So let's turn this into a dump chest and just dump off a bunch of this dirt and these blocks and so on into it. And now let's go take a look at what we need, which is more stone brick. And I think I'm short on mortar. I don't remember how to make it. I need slack lime and sand, and that's going to give me mortar. Oh boy. How much to how much to how much, I forget. I had it perfectly the last time we did this, but... So it's 4 quicklime. I have quicklime, don't I? I think I have some just on hand. And ironically, I think my only barrel is in that basement. Yeah, I have quicklime. I have a little bit of mortar. I'm gonna need that bucket and a barrel. Definitely gonna grab some sand. Still pregnant, devastating. Can't wait for that to give birth, and then we can pretend we're gonna be able to get some milk out of it. Okay, let's head down here. Barrel. Let's get this filled with water. No, you're my honey barrel. Where's my water barrel? There we go. How much water do I want to put in here? Let me go figure out the math on the quicklime. I'll be right back. So I think if I pull some of this water back, how am I gonna... So we're gonna control right click and just do 2 liters of water. And I'm gonna follow that up with 8 quicklime. And then if I follow this up with just a ton of sand, right? I got 8 liters of slaked lime. Do I just need 8 sand? Gives me 64 mortar. Okay. See, I'm a professional. I've got it in me. Okay, good. Oof, I'm glad I could do math. Wow, you get a lot of mortar for nothing. That's really good to know. It took us forever to get our hands on this chalk to make the line, but now that we've got it, boy, do we have it. Okay, let's go look at our rocks here, and we are looking pretty sparse. Looks like I've got another stack of conglomerate rock. I'm going to want to turn this entirely into bricks. So I think we'll get about 2 stacks of brick from this. You go here, you go here, and you're in here by you. Okay. So, and this all goes in here with a full stack of mortar. Gives me 2 stacks of bricks. Yep, just like I thought. And boy, are we eating through that hammer and that chisel. See, I'm glad we geared up last episode. And it definitely got us all prepared. Let's go back down here. And get this all placed down here. Great. And so now we have this little auxiliary basement down here, which I'll take this lantern. I didn't even know I had a lantern in there. It's kind of a waste having a lantern in here. But I'll get this lantern placed up in here. And we'll place this door here as well. So now you're no longer a basement, but if I go in here, close the door, you're a basement. Okay, so now what I'm going to want to do is put you in here, and I'm going to be putting everything into the new basement so that we can tear the old one down. So I'm going to go do this real quick, and I will see you guys when it's time to tear down the old basement. Okay, and we are ready, finally, to tear this room down. So, without any further ado, I guess let us get right at it. I'll take this torch holder with us, carry our torches in our left hand so you can see what we're doing. You can see it's just about to be nighttime, but it is calm out, so I don't have to worry about any drifters. I do love that about Vintage Story, by the way. Just a random little tidbit to love about Vintage Story. I enjoy the rift system. And from my understanding, see, I started playing at 1.17, so I'm fairly new to the game. But from my understanding, the rift system is something new that was introduced in that version. And I really love that there's different rift activities for different days and different times of the day. So that you can have some nights, or you can even have concurrent sets of nights where there is not necessarily anything going on rift-wise, and you're able to just kind of go about your day, and sometimes you have to basically shelter in place. So I appreciate that it's not every night is this, oh no, we're going to get attacked, but no, you're able to kind of go about, do your thing, and occasionally, you know, there's some instability in the region, and you have dangerous nights. I appreciate that it's a sometimes thing. Okay. The Stark mud brick is in. I want all this packed dirt to be here. If anything, I'd like to expand on the packed dirt. And just get a little more of it placed down. Because this is going to tell us where our boundaries are with things. I do think, however, I appreciate you being packed dirt, but you can actually be, you could be a mud brick. Perfect. Or you could be a brick here. Nope, 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 nope. That is not where you go. I was going to place some of these, some of this packed dirt right here. There we go. I'll just get this going all the way down. Okay. So now let's get... One thing that I would like to do, actually, is I'd like to get you placed here. And I'd like to see if we can have a ladder down and have this be the entrance to the cellar, so that I can get this area all cleaned up out here. So let's grab our ladders. Let's even go so far as I'll just go in here and I'll grab this trapdoor. And let's see if this will count the room as a cellar still. 1, 2, 3. And then you go in like this, and no, I am gonna be short one ladder. That's fine. Let's go grab that. Oh, I gotta eat some more pie. The tiniest amount of a slice of pie left here, and then we'll eat 2, 3 pieces here. There we go. And a ladder. I have ladders in here. Just grab up this stack. Not that I need them all. It'll be nice once we get lanterns put up in these other rooms, but we're going to need glass for that, so we'll have to make a run. There we go. Now, do you count as a basement? You don't. So I step in here, and you do. Okay. So this is a way we can get down to the basement, is by having a room with a ladder down. That may be good, especially where I don't know what I'm doing with this room, but at the very least, this is going to buy us the opportunity to get this area all cleaned up. And we are just going to come in with some medium fertility soil and just clean this right up. There we go. Now we can take our stone bricks, come back down here. Nope, 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 not doing that. Come back down here. And just get in here, see if we can complete another room. Like I said, I know we're gonna end up being short, and that's fine. It's unfortunate, you know, but it is fine. You go here like that, and then I'm just gonna have you not block off this area here. Wonderful. We may actually have enough to finish this main room. I spoke too soon. I'm gonna be short just a little bit, I think. We probably would have had enough for the whole thing if it wasn't for me insisting on putting stuff here, but I am insisting on putting stuff there, so that's fine. Anyway, I think this is probably going to be the end of this episode here. We are running short on time, and we honestly got quite a bit done. Let's take a look at what we got done. We built these two wing additions to our house, which you can vaguely see here, just where it is dark. Let me see if I can get it daytime. I think that would be helpful. So I'll join up with you guys in the morning, where we're able to review our work. Okay, it is still nice and dark out, but I do think it is a little bit brighter at least. But you can see we built these two wings onto the house. And also, we did just go ahead and tear up the basement. And the basement is still very much work in progress. I think that's going to be the point of the next episode, is finishing our new basement area. I think we'll be able to have a general storage room. I quite like having this as a bit of a storage area. We can have a kitchen, and then I don't know what we'll do with the main room, but we'll do something. Right now it doesn't count as a basement, but then again it's still pretty heavy under construction. In order to do that, we are going to need quarrying, and if I'm not mistaken, my conglomerate quarry is like somewhere way up here or something stupid like that. I don't remember. That's terrible. I don't remember where it is. I hope my conglomerate quarry is right here, but we'll have to take a look-see and see. Anyway, guys, from this crowded basement, whoa, I think it's time to say goodbye for now. I appreciate you tagging along with me on this pretty build-heavy episode. Just head out here. It's a bit more, I know, we have this beautiful chair we can use. I appreciate you tagging along with me on this pretty build-heavy episode. This has been another episode of Vintage Story. I appreciate you tagging along, and I will see you guys in the next one, where we go and work on our basement. Until then, bye-bye.